I could not contain my excitement on, what was it, Friday? I think it was Friday when the TJ Bamba news got announced. So recently, what's the term I'm looking for? Previously on Oregon basketball adds impact transfers. Raheem Moss came over from Toledo, where he was a first-team All-MAC selection. He averaged 15 points a game. That was a career high. And he's been in college basketball for the past 3 years. That guy came over, 6'4", 205, 210. Not a great three-point shooter, but good enough, can score, inside, got a great float game. I saw him and thought, this is Jermaine Couisnard. Maybe not at the same volume, but stylistically, same sort of guy. I thought Oregon was done adding shooting guards. I thought they were just waiting to see what happens with N'Faly Dante, which I'll get to in just a moment, because I feel I'd say 60-40 that Oregon is going to be able to get N'Faly Dante another year of eligibility. But I'll get to that in a sec. TJ Bamba was a transfer portal target that I had for Oregon this offseason because they hadn't yet added Raheem Moss. And so you were missing a starting two guard. And I, watched Des Lindsey's film and thought, all right, he's solid. He can do some nice things. I don't know if he's a starter. Well, he's definitely not a starter now. TJ Bamba is. That is a bona fide starting two guard. This is a guy who over the last couple of seasons at Villanova this past year averaged 10 points, 3.5 rebounds a game, 37% three-point shooter. Now, that on the surface sounds pretty solid. Okay, the year prior at Washington State, things didn't go as well as he was hoping with the Wildcats back east. So he's coming back west for his final year of eligibility. The year before at Washington State, he was a 16-point-a-game scorer, almost 4 boards a game, also 37% from beyond the arc. And he was, I think a lot of Oregon fans might remember TJ Bamba from, Washington State beating Oregon from time to time. He was an incredibly highly coveted transfer target this past year, and Villanova was not good. They didn't make the tournament. And I've mentioned this before. It bears repeating. A couple of things bear repeating. Number one, I don't think the portal class is this loaded if Oregon doesn't make the NCAA tournament and win a first-round game against South Carolina. They were knocking on the door of a Sweet 16 appearance. That creates buzz, momentum, interest, intrigue. And I think they're paying it off. Number two, the return of Tony Stubblefield. For a long time, this Oregon recruiting class in 2024, high school and portal, had one guy, Ibrahima Traore, who is fairly athletic. He's a little bit smaller for a center at 6'8", but could certainly be a rotation guy and get those sorts of minutes. I think he can be a Frank Kepnong type player for the Ducks off the bench as a true freshman. We'll see what he's able to contribute in his first year of college basketball, but all the guys coming back, they only had Traore, and then they started to get, KJ Evans is coming back, and Bam Tracy's coming back, and Shellstad's returning. Then they had Brandon Angel from Stanford. Oh, okay, hey, that's a really, really nice move. Oh, Nate Biddle's coming back. Oh, okay, hey, there's another one. Oh, hey, look, Raheem Moss. Oh, well, there's your starting two guard. Nope, we're getting TJ Bamba. This came completely out of left field for me. Did not see it coming, was not expecting it. I was literally jumping around in the Las Vegas airport. I was so excited because this is a stupidly deep Oregon basketball team that they are about to roll out. And Bamba goes beyond my wildest dreams. I would have been thrilled and I would have been happy with Oregon's depth if they had never added Raheem Moss and only brought in TJ Bamba. I would have told you that Bamba was a higher priority guy than Raheem Moss. The fact that they got Moss and then got Bamba, I think speaks to the culture that everyone is clearly understanding at Oregon. We're trying to win now. We're trying to reestablish ourselves on the back of the NCAA tournament run as, hey, this is a perennial top 3 or 4 seed in the NCAA tournament. Because that's what it was before, things went south a little bit relative to the standard that Dana Altman has set. And one of you DM me. Forget who it was. I might have been Peyton, who's an everydayer out there. But you know who you are, whoever sent me this message. That at some level, is this Dana Altman's FU to everyone and anyone who said that he needed to go, that he needed to retire? You want me out of here? You know what? Here's an NCAA tournament appearance, a Pac-12 tournament win, and here is the best portal class Oregon has pulled in quite some time. I haven't done a year-by-year comparison, but it's loaded. It's just absolutely, positively loaded. And Bamba is going to start. Moss will come off the bench. Bartholomew will come off the bench. Cook probably comes off the bench at least at first. The depth on this team is insane. Now, Oregon has had hilariously bad luck with injuries over the last several years. Is everyone going to stay healthy? Probably not. But the depth is there everywhere you look. Bigs, wings, guards, shooters. It's all there. It's all there. And Bamba can be one of your go-to scorers. Like I struggle to try and theorize what Oregon looks like at full strength. There's so many mouths to feed here. And Bamba is a guy that could be your number one scorer. Like, he had NBA draft prospects after that great year at Washington State. He went to Villanova, which, if we all remember, won 2 national titles in a 3-year span. That's a big-time program. That's a big-time program. And to have this move take place is just utterly outstanding. It is completely and utterly outstanding. And this is an even better, if you want to look at it like this, replacement for Jermaine Couisnard than Raheem Moss, who, according to a coach that coached against him over in the Mid-American Conference at the Power 4 level, Power 5, whatever it is now, is probably closer to a 10, 12-point a game scorer than a 15-point a game guy. I don't have to wonder what TJ Bamba does against Power 5 competition. He can be a 14 to 16-point a game scorer on average. That's what Couisnard was. You pair him with Shellstad, who I think has, he had a great season, first of all, can have an even better one. Like, is Bamba your go-to guy? Is Shellstad your go-to guy? How does KJ Evans work into the fold? Where does Brandon Angel's scoring come from? This team is so good. Oregon's going into the Big Ten to make some noise. I mean some major noise, and it is a beautiful thing to see. And look, I don't even know if I'll have the words to spit out what my thoughts are if N'Faly Dante is granted a 6th year of eligibility. This is not confirmed, but first thing to know, N'Faly Dante got an NBA Combine invite. That does not mean he's going into the NBA draft. It does not mean he will not return to college. I know that because Adama Alpha Ball, who is a player for my alma mater, Santa Clara, he has announced that he's returning to the Broncos, and he's going to be at this event as well. So I think it's just a chance for NBA scouts to get another look at N'Faly Dante in person. But there are internal efforts, or so I have been told, by pretty solid sources, I will say. There have been efforts not just to get Dante a 6th year, but to prepare further action should that waiver get denied. So if the NCAA approves it, and N'Faly Dante's the starting center and Nate Biddle's the backup, oh my goodness. This is, I don't want to make like too big of bold claims right now. This team should be the best chance to get to the Final Four again since the last team that got there. That's where this roster looks like it is at. And if N'Faly Dante's in the middle, oh my gosh, it'd be huge. And I feel more than 50% confident right now. Not a guarantee, but I feel more than 50% confident Dante's going to be back next year. And if he is, I'm going to have another segment just like this. I cannot contain my excitement for this upcoming athletic season. You're going to have an Oregon football and basketball team that are going to step into the Big Ten and expected to contend right away. And it's because of what they have done in the transfer portal in the last few weeks. Cannot get enough of it. Appreciate everyone listening. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and go Ducks.